Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are going to be taking a look at AudioLayer. It's an incredible multi-sampler. It's had some massive updates. I've never looked at it before on the show, so this is finally happening. All right, we're going to get down to it. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You doing good? I hope you're doing good. I'm Jade. Welcome to the show. I also like to welcome our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the links down below, doing the join button, $1 a month, all happy days, bazinga. Boom, that stuff out the way. Let's say hello to folks. King Nimrod, hello to you. Mateus, good to see you. Mark Bro, Joe and Barry Glenn. Ed Zielinski, what is happening? Pookie Ann, hello, my dear. Hope you're doing good. Michael Songs popped in to say hello. Mark Bro is here. Boom to the boom, the diddly boom. All right, let's go, because we only got an hour today, and then Thomas Christ has a premiere coming up because Thomas has actually gone away to see a gig. So there's no live You Rock this week, but what there is a premiere. So I'll be sending you all over there straight after this. Thanks, Leela, for kicking in and doing the Thomas duties. Boom. All right, let me cover a couple of things before we get into the show right now. Did you know there has been an iOS update? I haven't updated yet. I just woke up to see it. So for all people, including 16. If you're still on 16, there has been an update. So it's mostly security updates, it looks like, from here. 16.7.2, and it looks like iOS 17 has just moved to 17.1. Not zero, so it's actually a .1. Am I still updating? No, not yet. I will wait at least till a 17.1.2. Normally a dot after the 1 is normally when I will update, and everything's kind of cool. So, but if you want to do it, hey, if you got no projects happening, go ahead, have fun, have at it. Do it your best shot. Yeah? Let's Oj over here and cover some updates because there's some very exciting news if you want to get on a beta right now. Let's jump over. Hello, Rhett, as well in the chat. Excuse me. Thanks for becoming another Wart Warrior for bang, a new member. I don't think there's a logic update. Let me check. Shall we do it? We'll check now. We'll check if there's a logic update. I haven't heard anything. Greg, yes, I just got your message. We can do that after the show. No problem, my friend. Okay. Hello to you, Greg, as well. Let's just skip over here and do this. We'll head over to my App Store and check updates and see if there's any updates. Just a reminder while I'm waiting for this to refresh. No, there has been no logic update. I am not doing an update show this week. Instead, continuing on with creating my music video. Yeah, I did say the update wouldn't be every week because, you know, sometimes other things come out and all that stuff. So we're continuing on shooting the music video with some live action here in the studio. You get to see some more of me panting and struggling to breathe. I won't be going that hardcore again, I promise, for anyone who has been worried. And I know there's been a lot of you who reached out, so thank you. Over to the Beat community. Let's have a look here because here's some great news. BAM is coming out, and they have made Imaginando have made the beta versions of now iOS and desktop available to the public. So if you want to get on this and have a play with the beta, I've been on it for about, I don't know, 2 months. It's insane. It's really, really good. It's like, I don't know, GarageBand meets Beatmaker 3, a stunning interface, and there's so much packed into it. And it's not complex. It's just, I don't know, I don't want to make it sound cheap, but it feels like a toy, but at the same time, it's so powerful. So Imaginando have this happening. Yeah. So there we go. I think I'm not sure where you can get. Here's the beta. So if you go to thebeatcommunity.com, go. It's an easy place to find. You'll see here's the Windows beta, the Mac OS beta, and the iOS beta. So this is a multi-platform DAW that you can use everywhere, right? It's really cool. Something you all will be jumping out at. And I think, I'm not sure, it could be that they just, that you can actually pay for it as well and get a discount. I'm not sure if that's still happening. You may have missed out. Igor Vasiliev has updated No Input Mixer. DDMF has released No Limits 2 to replace the original No Limits app. Media Assistant has had an update as well. And ironically, Ed, guess what's been fixed? Exactly what you were talking about yesterday, Ed. Awesome. Hello, intellectual music extremist. So, Ed, the gods or whatever they are must have been listening to you, Ed. Boom. Price drops. Are there any? Let's scooge over here. Doesn't look like there's much in the way of price drops because guess what? It is the calm before the storm, my friends. It is getting close to Black Friday when all the sales will kick the shit in. And we will have sales coming out of our wazoos and people will be spending money. So keep your eyes peeled to this channel because I'll be covering all of those apps that are on sale. Hello, Brad Example. Good to see you, my friend. But today we are taking a look at AudioLayer by Virsyn. This is a sampler. Yeah, very, very powerful sampler. It is pretty much on sale at the moment. So it's normally worth $29.99 and it's currently worth $19.99 to purchase. Hello, my Dark Lord. Development of a Void. Good to see you. So it is $19.99. It's a sampler. You're going to see how powerful it is. Now, it's just had an update and it has an in-app purchase inside it now. If you would like to do that, that in-app purchase is $9.99 US. Okay, we're going to show you how that works. Plus, let me tell you something. Oh, I've been absolutely and totally wrong sound effect. I've got to get used to that button, man. I keep doing it. Thanks for me. Okay, I'm lost now. What am I doing? All right, so the other good news is this app is not only for people who use iOS. You can use this on the Mac as well. Let's age over to the Mac here. Here's my Mac. This is my Mac screen. Looks like my iPad screen, but it's not. So here it is. You can see view on the Mac Store. Grab it on the Mac Store. And let me close this window here. And here it is down the bottom. I can open it up. Boom. And there it is. Let me bring up some sound. Cool. So this also works on the Mac, on M1 and M2 powered Macs. So wicked stuff. So you're getting like, two apps. It works on iPhone as well. iPhone and iPad and your Mac if you have a Mac M1, M2, if that is the way you are inclined. Boom. So you're getting a lot of value for that one price of $19.99. I don't know if that's going to go up or it says it's on sale here. See, $29 to $19. So there it is. If you're a Patreon, you can become a Patreon by clicking the link down below, patreon.com/Jade Starr. For $1 a month, you get your songs mastered each week. You can send me a song. I'll master it for you live on the weekly live stream. But $5 and above, you will have a chance to win most of the apps that we look at here on the show. Okie dokie. Sweet. Let's jump in, shall we? Now, I don't have a project to play today. I haven't made any music or anything. I'm just going to show you a whole bunch of these features. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the latest update for this has included integration with a wonderful app I have covered on this channel called Zinematic. Zinematic, yeah. And at Zinematic, I'll show you Zinematic if you can't remember what it looks like, what it does. Here's Zinematic. It is a beautiful, beautiful synth with some incredible sounds and a whole lot of in-app purchases. Now, if you have purchased any sounds from within Zinematics, guess what? You can now use this you can now access these sounds, right, that are in here. You can access them now. Let's close this. Inside of AudioLayer, right? So all you need to do, we'll just jump over here. Here's so let me cover the look of this quickly as well. I will be covering, maybe you can cover this during the show. SFC import was available long ago with no in-app purchase. Now SF2 import is available with in-app purchase. There is no SF3 support. I believe so. I don't have all that information. I haven't seen it written anywhere, Ed, so I'm assuming no SF3. That's the best I can give you. All right. So, hello, Trimmer Bear and Barry. Hello, hello. All right. So, let's cover a couple of things here. AudioLayer up the top. Here's where it tells you what the app is called, AudioLayer. There we go. You've got an effects page here. So, the other thing that's really fantastic about this app is a large suite of effects for when you create samples. You can import samples, record samples. You can do pretty much, you can sample any way you like with this thing. You've got a common, dry, wet, level. You've got a drive, a parametric EQ, a phaser, flanger, delay, chorus, and a reverb. And each one of these you click on, and when you turn them on, right, you get all these extra knobs down the bottom here. So the delay changes, we've got flanger down here, we've got reverb, huge reverb, right? So that is the effects tab up the top. If you want to get out of it, just click back to AudioLayer. Our settings here, let's jump in here first. So over here, you can see the integration into Zinematics with AudioLayer. You can just click up the top and it bounces you straight over to AudioLayer. So it's completely integrated, yeah? Harry's done a fantastic job of that. You have a free sample library here. If I click on this, give it a second, there's all of these sounds that you can install. These are free to download. I've left one ready to go, so let's just click on that, tap to download, and you just go here, download them, and there's some wonderful samples in here. As you can see, there's like brass instruments, strings, what do we got? Idiophones, woodwind instruments, aerophones, and Orchestra 3. So these are all just part of your purchase. These are not in-app purchases, anything extra that you have to pay. Hello, Fish 1999. So while that's downloading, I'm just going to have a quick vape and have a cup of coffee while we give it a chance to download. They're not too big. God, my comments are running slow today. And they're back again. It keeps popping back up. What is that? Sit down, boy. I think I can leave it. Let's see if I come back. Is it still downloading? No, it's not. I'm sure I've got it installed anyway. Anyway, so this will show you here, if we go back to our settings, you can see Zinematics libraries. So from within AudioLayer, you can see what you have installed. And I have all the Zinematics libraries. So they are all at my behest, yes? In-app purchase. Here is where you can grab the SoundFont import in-app purchase. So what the SoundFont in-app purchase allows you to do is import Soundfonts. Soundfonts have been around for many, many years. If you don't know what a Soundfont is, they've been used in synths. They're originally used in like the Sound Blaster sound cards. They were like these sounds that you get, like they're sounds. They're orchestras, strings, they're instruments. And they're free all over the internet. You can get them anywhere you look, right? You can get these amazing sound fonts. They're absolutely free. And you can now, with this in-app purchase, install them into here and mess about with them. Run background audio, pitch standard. So you can go in here and change the pitch. If you want to go and do that, mess with the pitch. You've got Ableton Link. You've got some MIDI options down here. Choose your MIDI sources if you're going to plug in a keyboard or anything like that so you can play. Yes. Okay, so the sound font, to be able to import the sound fonts, you have to buy the in-app purchase. Yes, just to be clear again. And here it is. It is $9.99 for the in-app purchase to be able to do that. Local sample manager. This is, you can decide where your samples are stored, right? You can decide where they go. You can decide if they go on an in your hard drive, or so you've got options like that. Hello, Axiom and Blue Unicorn. So there's this. You can clean up demo storage. You can load factory instruments. There's a rough idea of where everything is. But first, let's head over here up the top. And I want to show you the integration with Zinematics. So you'll see there's a folder here, Zinematics. Now I can choose any sound that is in Zinematics. Let's go strings. Let's do like a chamber strings. And so you have complete control over these things. You can load anything from Zinematics that you own. Vocals and choirs, so lots of lovely choirs. Now you're probably wondering, but what benefit is this to me to be able to load Zinematics stuff into AudioLayer? Well, you can mess with them. You can edit them. Right? So you'll notice, let's have a look at the interface here. Here we have a layer section. So what's great about AudioLayer, as the name says, you can add layers to your samples. So I could put a whole bunch of other layers in here and build up virtually an orchestra in one sample. So when I hit my keyboard, there's like strings, there could be horns in there. You can build up and just keep hitting the plus and importing samples in here, which we'll show you. We'll get to it. You've got all this customization in here. So look at this. This shit is crazy. I'm not going to I can't deep dive into everything today in an hour. So you have all this customization for each layer with like pitch, delays, MIDI controls, all this kind of stuff. It's bonkers. Pedal controls, and each layer has all this depth that you can mess around with. You can copy a layer and go paste it into another sample. It's crazy stuff. Also, you have zoning. So you can see you can actually choose zones of your sounds and get jiggy with it. You've got velocities. We'll cover some of this soon. Up in the top right-hand corner, if I click this, here is the actual sample from Zinematics. So you've got power to mess with this, add some effects, do what you want. So to access that, as you see, I just click on the sample and it brings it up. But next to that, there's this little dial, and this gives you even more customization. It's ridiculous. So now we have sample customization, so I can actually pitch this. Now it's lost its pitch because it's not in the right place. We can do tracking. Let me just do this. So you can change, you've got an LFO for this instrument. You can get in here and add an LFO down the bottom. So you can see here we've got an LFO across the top. We've got an envelope. I can click the envelope and turn this on. Mess with the envelope. We've got an LFO down the bottom here, and you've got your rate, your delay. You can choose a sine wave. There's so much you can do just in here. You can detune notes, make them monophonic, polyphonic. Really good, really crazy out of control stuff. And here's where you would change your mod for your LFO, all that kind of stuff. We've got 3 sections. So we're in the pitch section at the moment. Then we have a filter. So you can add a filter to this. You got a whole selection of filters. Hello, Velcro. You've got low pass filters, and you can change these out. Change your cutoff, all this. Am I on the right one? I'm on the right one. I am there. And then lastly, on your tab here, we have a level. So you notice this is a bit low. So I've given it a little bit of level there. I can pan it. So if you've got the headphones on. So you just got a little bit of control in here. And the thing is now you can save this. You can make changes to all of this and then save it. Over here to the side, you can edit the layers. So if you have multiple layers in here, I could now choose a second layer and edit the layer. And you can mess around with zoning. So zoning, we'll get back to zoning. Man, there's so much I've got to cover in such a short time. You know what's going to end up happening today? I'm definitely going to be doing another video on this because this is more or less just an overview today. So anyway, now you'll see when I play a note, you can see these little squares appearing on the screen. That is showing you where the notes have been, where they're playing on the keyboard, right? Now you can go in here, you can fine tune this so much. You can get in here and move these to different keys, and it's ridiculous. It's out of control. Let's find another sound here, one of these multi-phrase choirs. Beautiful. What I'm going to do now is show you this layer trick up here. So see this, let's just take one of these multi-phrases, this layer, because you can see this whole sample here is made up of many, many layers. So you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whole bunch of layers there to make up such a cool multi-layer. But what you can do, let's just copy one of these. You can go in and copy this layer, hit done, and now I can go into my files here, into something I've made, right? Let's go into something I've made, and say this Bell Morph mod, and I can go into layers here, and I can paste that layer in. How cool. I can copy layers from Zinematics and add them into my own things that I've made. This is just sick. And you can see here, this little one I've made here called Bell Morph 3. This is made up of 3 layers. It's made up of a Bell Morph, if I solo this. Solo the next one, it's a It's like a clav thing. And then we've got that phrase choir. Play them all together. So you've got a shitload of power to make up whatever you want. And you can copy layers from wherever you want. I can go into this cello I've got here, which I've saved, and I've got a layer here. I can copy this as well and hit done. Go back to my little sound, which was this one. Head over to the layers. I didn't save that. I'm a bit of a dick. So you got to save it. Remember to save things. In fact, how do you save something? So you head back up here, and up the top we've got save. And I'm just going to keep it the same name. Save. Done. So I added a cello there instead. Let's go back and grab that choir again. Where was it? It was back over here. Zinematic vocal choir. It was the morphing. Is that what it was? Phrase choir 1. There we go. So I'll do this again. I'll grab this choir here, copy, hit done. And this little box up here, this is where you can access all your samples, make new samples, create folders. We're going to cover that next. Here's my sound. Go. Now we've got 3 layers already. Hit paste. And now And what's incredibly cool is now from here, you can hit this little button up here, this edit screen, and we can go in and mess with each individual layer. So because I have layer 2 selected, whatever I change here, right, will be affecting the bell morph. I can go into, see how that's holding on now. Whoop, we've got something craziness going on. I've got to save this. Save. I've got a stuck note, I think. Stuck note! What's going on? Oh, I love a good stuck note. Lucky I saved that. I don't even know where the if there's a thing. So that happens from time to time. Let's get back over here to our mod. But as I was saying, you can go in here and you can mess with all of these, select a different layer, come in here, change the pitch, all that kind of stuff. It's deep. All right, so we're going to skip over to another section next because, again, time is short. Give me a second. And it is about that time we need to run an ad. Control-S is a quick way to save. Is that right? Let's see. Control-S. I don't know if that worked. Let's try grabbing this piano and seeing if that's the case. We'll copy. We'll go back over here. We'll paste this in. And now I'll do a Control-S. And then we'll come back and see if it's saved. No, it didn't. So it doesn't work on iPad. So not on iPad, unfortunately. Maybe on your Mac, but this is not on iOS. Could be a command. Who knows? All right. So right now, I need to let you know it is halfway through the show. So what do we do here on the show? We're transparent as hell here on the show. And yes, I am a YouTube creator and ads pay the bills, of course. So at halfway through the show each time, I run an ad and let you know so you just don't get dumped on an ad and you feel like you're missing out on anything. And if you have, if you are still getting ads and not a part of YouTube Premium, you'll get an ad and you can skip the ad and then come back and we'll be waiting for you. So I'm going to run that ad right now. Unless you want to support YouTube and creators and purchase premium in the country that is near you. Let's run the ad. Boom. I've inserted my ad. No, this app isn't on PC. So there you go. It is a Mac and iOS only. Good. That ad has run. Let's wait for everyone to get back. If anyone has got the ad, not everyone gets the ad. It just gets done. And we got to keep the lights running and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about importing samples and creating samples and doing all of this kind of stuff. Because it is a thing as well. And you can create samples from your external synthesizers. So I'm going to jump out of this for now. What should I do next, actually? Let's talk about just importing samples. Let's do that. Right, let's cover this little section here. So this is where you'll find all of your instruments and your folders. You can create folders anywhere down the bottom by hitting the plus, creates a brand new folder. You can name it whatever you want. You can import samples, you can batch import samples, and you can create new instruments. When you download the instruments that I showed you earlier, they end up in here, and they're not like crap instruments. Look at this stuff. Right? And there's heaps of them. We got violins. There's a lot of really good stuff in here. So that was the Orchestra 3. You got vocals in here. These are the stuff that you just get for paying the price of purchase. Keys, percussions, glockenspiels. Wicked. Lots of good stuff. And up here you get this VCSL. So there's a whole lot of strings and stuff in here as well. Cellos. And remember, this is an AUv3, so whatever you put into this sampler, whatever you make, whatever you import, you can open this up in something like Logic or GarageBand, and you can play these straight in with your keyboard. So it's pretty incredible stuff. So you'll find your Zinematic stuff here, and this is where you can create your own folder. So I've created a folder called Jade, and this is where I've started to build up my things. So let's create a brand new folder to show you how it goes. We're just going to call it demo for now and hit create folder. Here's my new folder. If we go back, demo, it's up the top there. So now I can create a new instrument. Down the bottom, I hit a plus. I can call this whatever I want. For now, I'm just going to call it new instrument, whatever. Hit new, and we've got this blank screen, nothing here. All you need to do is just tap, and you'll be given this screen here. These are your options for importing samples, recording samples. You can record audio straight in from your microphone on your iOS device, iPhone, iPad, or your Mac. You can record an instrument. So if you have a synth, you can actually plug that in and it will pull, right? It'll pull sounds from your instrument automatically and map them for you. I'm not going to have time to do that today. Just there's so much going on. You can insert samples from within your sample library up the top here. So anything you want, you can insert into a new sample. Or you can import samples. Let's import a sample. Boom. Takes you to your folder, to your files app. I'm going to go and do a search. Rocket Pro. This is my external hard drive. Let's just find something simple. Under Mars samples. See what I can find. Waves. What do we got? We've got some strings here, or a guitar. Let's grab a guitar. We've got a jazz guitar. And here you get to, out of these samples, always best, but not necessary, to maybe choose a middle C, like a C4, C3, something like that. Because AudioLayer will recognize it and know what it is anyway, whatever you play in. So let's take this jazz guitar C4, open it up. There it is. What I'm going to do immediately is click up here and hit save. It'll ask me to rename it. I'm going to say guitar, save. And now, let me bounce back and here. There's my guitar. It's sampled. It's done. And from here, I can add effects. We can add a reverb quickly. Let's throw on a nice reverb. We got some overdrive. I can turn this one on. Give it a bit of drive. Wow. Got some delay if we want. Bit of chorus. So I like that, right? That's cool. I can just tap up the top here now, hit save again, save, and that guitar is now in my library, ready to go. I can access it anytime in my demo folder, boom. And if I want to add something else to it, I can do so. I can go into layers, as I showed you before, and we can copy another layer and bring that in here as well and start building up some pretty crazy stuff. Simple to do things like that. Let's jump out of the standalone version of this. Or in fact, let me show you one more thing. Ooh, crazy, got so much to catch up on. All right, let's go. Let's make some drums. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to create in this demo folder, I'm going to create a new instrument. We're going to call it just new instrument for now. And I want to bring in some drums. So I'm going to tap here on the screen, import a sample. Let's go find some drums, and I'll show you how to start building a drum kit. Really handy for something like Logic Pro, because you can use drum samples from wherever you want, build an entire drum kit, and then use this as an AUv3 to play drums into something like Logic. So go over to Mobile Music Pro's sample pack. He's got this kick it pack, waves. We'll get a drum kit. What do we got? Let's just find a kick. Here's a kick. I'm going to bring in this kick, and I'm going to save this straight away and just call it drums now. Save. There's our drums. And just skip over, skip back. But you're probably going to say, now I've just got this whole thing of a kick everywhere. Well, watch. See these arrows up the top here? I can drag these in and decide where I want this to be on my keyboard. So I can move this if I can find the key. Let me show you an overhead view. So that's the key I want to be on. So let's zoom this in. So now, if I play any other key, there's no sound. Just that kick. So let's go up and save. Done. Sweet. Awesome. Let's go into our layer section now. And I want to add a layer. I've added layer 2 here. Boom. I think I'm doing this right. Let me make sure. So I've selected layer 2 now. And I'm going to click on the screen again. And I'm going to find a snare. Let's go into a search, find a snare. So you can see how I'm going to start building up a kit and choose where I put it on my keyboard. And you just keep doing this. You can do a batch import if you like. I'm just trying to show you like the bit by bit so you understand what is happening. Let's find a snare, snare center, load. And you can see again, it's all just one thing. So let's drag this. And if you look closely, you can see here, you can already see where that kick is for layer 1. Let's bring this here, give it a space in between, and we want to go 1 across. But now what I want to do is jump into this sample and make sure we have our tracking off. Right? So if you have tracking on, it will track to the keys, the sample. If you turn it off, then it will just stay the same wherever you move it. Also up the top here, let's show you this. Another cool thing you should know. When you open your sample to mess with it, you can change the sample rate, all this kind of stuff. Up here, you'll see a loop section, and this is where you can turn this into a one-shot. Because you might want to do that for drums. Now let's flick to layer 2. And we'll make sure this is a one-shot as well. Oops. Loop, one-shot. And now, let's show you an overhead view. So you can start to build all along here, all these sections, and just assign a key to where you want to go. And you can see full screen there. And you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And then you've got a full drum kit. Geez, I haven't been following the comments because they got stuck. I'm catching up now. All right. So really, really cool stuff. You can build whatever you want. There's that. Let's save it. Remember to save. Save drums. So that drum is saved now. I can open this up as an AUv3 anywhere. And I can play directly in to any project that I have. Cool. Let's talk about quickly recording a sample from a voice or like a external synth. So what I'm going to do, I'm in AUM now. I'm just going to connect a hardware input through my audio interface. And maybe, let's just see. What do I do? I've got the wrong one. Number 2. So, I have right now my synth connected here. My My mini fuse. And this has heaps of sounds in it, but I want to capture one of these sounds. That's what I want to do. I want to capture one of these sounds. So I've connected this through the output into my audio interface. I'm going to put this over here now. And I've connected it here in AUM. And now in the effects section, I can load AudioLayer and I can record this in here. Check this out. So things are a little bit different when you're in an AUv3. Your folder's up here in the top corner. Let's go into our demo section, Jade, and then demo. And let's create a brand new instrument, yeah? Cool instrument. We're just going to call this new instrument again for now. And when I tap on this screen this time, we get record audio. And this is what you get. So now you can see when I play this synth, so I can adjust the volume if I want. Now, of course, I'm going to hit a middle C. To start recording, we just hit start, hit your C, stop recording. And there is our sample, good to go. Grab the little handles up here, like so. You can pinch the zoom if you want to get it nice and tight, like so. Pinch back out, grab this, hit save, call it what you want. I'm going to call it fucking synth, that'll do. Synth, hit save. I'm going to save it again. Let's just do save as save, done. Have I saved it right? There it is. And save one more time. We're all good. I just want to make sure I've saved it. Okay. There's my guitar. Here's my... Oh, I've got to connect the keyboard now so I can play it. And there it is. That is now saved. And I can go in and I can edit the sample. I can add some volume to it if I want, give it a bit more volume. I can add some effects to it if I want to go to effects. Now, so, as I said, it's a little bit different with the AUv3. Effects are down the bottom, but we can add some reverb quickly. You can add a bit of chorus to it. And that is a sample recorded, bang, from my my Microfreak, straight in, good to go. Now I can play this sample anywhere I want, and I can edit it. I can add more things to it, so I could go into this from here, this new instrument, and if I wanted to, I don't know, let's go in and grab from Zin. We're going to our bell morph. And we'll copy this. I don't think I can copy in here. Let's see. I got to go into layer, copy, and let's go back to that sound I just made, the new instrument, into layers and paste. And now, so you can see it can build up layers and layers and layers and layers of sounds. Fucking incredible. I mean, this thing's nuts. So not only that, you could like record your vocals. I could grab a microphone over here. If I've got a microphone, let's see what I'm talking about over here. Let's create another new instrument. We'll call this vocal. Boom. And we're ready to go here. I'm going to tap, record, and, have I got to set up? Right. No. I've got to add the right channel. So now, if I hit, what have I done? I don't have it set. Come on. We'll do a new instrument. Try vocal again. In fact, why? Open record. I can't get it up. I can't get it up. That sounds terrible. Let's just kill this. I don't know why that is. Let's do audio layer. There we go. Get into my demo. Jade, demo, new instrument. Call it vocal. New tap, record, boom, 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 boom. We've got voice. Yeah, so I can just hit record. Let me just turn this down. Hello, hello, hello. And there's my sample. There's my fucking sample. We can crop it, save it, voice, save. Just going to make sure again. We'll, I don't know why it does that. Vocal. Oh, did I kill that? What did I do? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so panicky today. But you get what I see. You saw me already do it with it. So you can save your stuff because I'm trying to get to the end because I have to cover the sound fonts. Let's cover these. You get the idea. We've only got like 12 minutes left and I've got to play somebody's song to finish the show before we send you over to Thomas. All right, let's talk about sound fonts because they're wicked. If you don't know what sound fonts are, let me just see. Give me a sec here. Because I've got some sound fonts in the pinned description and the actual description downstairs. There are some links to set free sound font places. You right? So I'll show you just one of them. Yeah. Let's go over here. All you need to do to find sound fonts, it's pretty easy. You just write free sound fonts. But I've gone to the trouble of putting some down in the description for you. So the first one you'll come up. So this one, sound fonts for you. Let's just click on this. And these are super small files. You can download them. So we've got like full instrument sets here that you can download, essential keys and stuff like this. You can see this one's like 926 meg. Essential keys. Let's grab this one. You hit the download. You go humana, hit download. It'll save it for you, download anyway, yes please. And it'll start downloading to your downloads folder. All right, they're super easy to install. You can see up here it's downloading already. So easy to install. I thank you also, Pookie, for the gifted subs. I saw them flick by. Thank you so much for that. While that's downloading, let me jump over here and show you how to install them once you've got them. I'm just going to head back over. We're going to close out AUM. We'll do it in a standalone. Okay. I'm going to go down to this folder here and I'm going to create a new instrument, or I can just hit import as well. But I'm going to create, actually, what am I going to do? I'm going to go, boom, from here. We're in Jade, we're in Bells. We're going to create, I'm going to hit import, actually. Let's hit import. And, actually, let's create a new folder or a new instrument. Let's do that. And I'm just going to call this, for now, new instrument, right? No, that's not what I want to do. Now that we're in this folder here, save, new instrument. What am I doing? I think I've got to create a folder. There we are, new instrument. I'm going to import, hit import, and I'll find some of these things. I need to do a search for, what's it called? What are we looking at? Sound fonts. Sound font. So I've already got some sound fonts here. Here's some sound fonts. Let's insert, what do we insert? Essential keys or guitars, universal. Or we'll do essential keys. So I click on this and you can see the sound font. It will download and go brrrr, maybe, eventually, hopefully. Yeah, you have to create a folder. Yeah, I know. That's probably why it's not working. Because oh, there we go. There is sound fonts. So they all just loaded, right? I'm just going to, so now in that, where did they go? See, I probably fucked that up. Where did I put that? Essential stuff, general SF, that's where it went. So now we have these sound fonts, and I don't know why they're not playing now. Oh, because I have the sound down. And in these sound fonts, look how many you get. Look at all this stuff. Electric pianos. There's heaps. Look at them all. Fucking hell. So many. You get drums. Jazz drums. Dance drums. Sound fonts are just, they're very small, but they have a whole lot of great sounds in them, yeah? Woodwind choir. And these can all be edited once you've installed them, and you can add different things to them. You can add something from Zinematic into this. You could add your own sample into this. You can just build mad, mad, mad things. Bell pianos. So let's check on that one I already, and as you can see, let's go back. I've already installed a bunch of them here. So here's a Famicom one. So if you're into Super Nintendo, I've got Super Nintendo sounds, triangle. And there's even, you can do searches for these. So here's a Sega sound font with all the Sega sounds, like the Sega electric guitar. Sound fonts are free and they're everywhere. And this is just an incredible in-app purchase to be able to do this. You can also import SFZ files as well. There's a whole lot more, but we're going to run out of time today. That's such a Sega sound. Again, you can add effects if you want, add a bit of reverb. Whatever you want to do, you can fuck with these to your heart's content. All you got to do if you've added something is just hit save, and you can either save it as a new one, rename it, or write over it, save it in another folder, so you can hit move, and you can move it anywhere within your sounds. Yeah? Lots and lots of options. We've run out. Oh, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's go over here and we'll get into Jade. We'll go to Zin. We'll add a, what have I done here? Go into folder, create a new folder. We'll just call this new. Create a folder. Boom. And let's import what we just downloaded. Oh, so it's not even finished downloading. You piece of shit. Downloads. Here's this one here. It's almost downloaded. There it is. There it is. It's downloaded. So we can just import this. So all those sounds have now, that's how easy it is to import. Pipe organs. You've got violins. Remember, all these sounds are free. You can find them anywhere on the internet. All you got to do is buy this app. Pay for the in-app purchase, and you can import, and you can edit to your heart's content, change the pitch, change everything you want, make it reverse. You can do everything. It's crazy shit. This thing is absolutely wicked and worth your time. It is AUv3. It does so much that you'll be blown the fuck away. All right. So there we go. That's covered as much as I can. I'm definitely going to come back and take a look at this in a much more deep kind of look. I just ran out of time today. I've been wanting to get this app for so long, and since I've had it the last couple of weeks, I can't believe it's taken me this long to get it. And its integration with Cinematics is just sick. To be able to take Cinematics, see this cello here, right? You can go in and take a Zinematic sound and add that to a layer. You can, it's crazy, crazy, crazy shit. All right. I hope you have enjoyed today's show. Let me do a quick reminder before we get out of here and dump you over to Thomas Christ that tomorrow on the show, we have an amazing interview like we do every week with Gregory O'Sullivan. He's on the show tomorrow. We're going to hang out with him. We're going to find. Did you know Gregory O'Sullivan is an ex-pilot? Not only does he look like this crazy psycho here, he makes great music and he was a fucking pilot. And we're going to find out all about him tomorrow, yeah? It's going to be wicked. So hopefully you can join us for that. Today's featured artist, my friends, is a great friend of the channel, somebody I've had on the show many times. I've dissected her songs. I've interviewed her. She's Josephine de Smet. She's fucking incredible. And we're going to play one of my favorite songs of hers. Let's just play it and let it speak for itself. It is amazing. I will automatically dump you over to Thomas Christ for his premiere. Remember, my friends, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And we'll all rise together. This is the incredible Josephine de Smet.
Something's hiding out. See you looking in the shadows, and I'm crossing my heart that I'm not the one that they're coming to get, 'cause I'm still too young to be taken out. I know I don't really fit in the system they build. Gotta bell it out, but I can't resist to refuse to walk in their way. I'm a puppet, strings cut off now, and I try to get out, but they know what you're up to before you do yourself. I am in need of some help. Don't wanna fall in love. They all look so blind. So I only trust myself. Keep them on their toes. Come and get me now, 'cause I'm already on my way out. They already know where to look to find me, yet I'm keeping in every sound. Take another breath. Figured they might be my last, make my lungs explode. You bet I'm fearless now, but nothing is further from the truth. Face the odds on the edge of it all, getting ready to fall. Each man for himself. I'm in need of some help. Don't wanna fall in line. They all look so blind. So I only trust myself.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better.